It's your boy Zay coming back with another video. I'm finna do another reaction, man. Alabama officer unalived by his girlfriend on Easter, hours before their daughter's birthday. Now, y'all, by the title of this is sad, man. And it's like, man, that's why I say y'all think before y'all do. You know what I'm saying? Put God first. You know what I'm saying? But we about to get to this video, man. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe button, y'all. Let's get to the video.
Everybody was able to enjoy their Easter. Spend some much needed time with family, friends, loved ones. Maybe took some pictures. But you know how life works, fam. It's unfortunate. That's not the case for everybody. Most people will tell you that Easter is such a special time of the year. It's a moment that holds deep spiritual and cultural significance for many people around the world. It's not just about celebrating the arrival of spring or hunting for colorful eggs. It's a time to reflect on renewal, hope, and new beginnings. Families come together to share love and gratitude, often taking pictures with their loved ones to remember these precious moments. The holiday symbolizes rebirth and the promise of brighter days ahead, making it a truly meaningful occasion for everyone involved. However, amidst the joy and celebration, sometimes life can take a heartbreaking turn. In this video, we want to share a story that hits deeply, a story that reminds us how fragile life is. On Easter, a day before his daughter's birthday, an officer of the law down there in Alabama would lose his life by the hands of his daughter's mother, his girlfriend. On what should have been a joyful occasion, having the family come together to celebrate Easter and his daughter's birthday turned into a man taking his last breath after being ran over. Today we go over the details on what led up to this, pay our respects to the victim, see who's arrested, and where we stand today. But before we go over this one, I want you guys to remember, I don't give you no angle, I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We're gonna jump right to it. Fam, meet Shatice Renee Jackson, 30 years old, from Virginia. She's a mom of four that recently moved to Birmingham, Alabama. She's a government worker. Speaking on moving to Birmingham, Alabama, on Valentine's Day, she went to Facebook and wrote the following: "Best Valentine's Day gift ever. This man moved us into a bigger and better house. 5 bedrooms, 2 full baths. Hell, basically 2 living rooms. Upstairs, downstairs, a huge backyard. I couldn't ask for anything better. I don't even want nothing else today. This was more than enough. Thank you, Daddy. We love you with everything in us. I have some making up to do." Tagging her boyfriend, McKeese Bostic. Now, Keese was a guy who's shown his love via social media for his girlfriend. Always posted her. He was a correctional officer for a juvenile down there in Birmingham, Alabama. He was also once an officer for 9 years. They've been together for some time now. They even have a video that was pinned on Keith's Facebook during a gender reveal party. In attendance was also Jackson's mom, Fatisha Jackson, who just last year lost her soulmate to a vicious car crash. He was just 45 years old and he lived in Birmingham. He crashed his truck into an 18-wheeler. He lost his life back on May 23, 2024, later identified as Renardo Fletcher. May he rest in peace. A love of condolences to his family.
Who died after a crash yesterday on I-59. He's been identified as 45-year-old Renardo Fletcher. He was killed when his SUV collided with an 18-wheeler truck on Tallapoosa Street at the Interstate's exit ramp. Birmingham police are continuing to work this investigation.
That's sad, man.
Jackson's mom had went to Facebook to express her love for Renardo, tagging him, quoting, "I know we're not supposed to question God, but why him, Lord? I love this man to the bottom of my heart. This is my soulmate." Ray used to tell me, if anything ever was to happen to him, he would still love me forever. We had some good times together. He would tell me all the time I was his everything, his world, his black queen. Renardo Fletcher, you hurt me with this one. I can't sleep or eat. My face is hurting from crying. I'm gonna miss you. Such a good man to me. Even when we argue, you knew how to turn things around to make me start laughing. He was such a good-hearted person, the type to give you his shirt off his back. I'm struggling to know, did you suffer? I'm just crushed. I wish heaven had a phone so I can call you. I'm gonna miss the text messages every day. Tell me I was your everything. The heart emoji, the flowers, watching movies together, our walks around the park. I wish I could turn back the hands of time. Damn, I am so sorry. I will always love you forever. Continue watching over me. I am praying for strength for me and his family. I wanted to say thank you for the phone call and text messages. I couldn't get back with everybody, but I will. Just give me time, please. Renardo Fletcher, until we meet again, you are always going to be a legend in my book. I love you. Ms. Jackson even shared a picture while at her daughter's baby shower, with her and her significant other having Papa Ray and Glam Ma. Not knowing just 11 months after this post, her daughter will be arrested for capital murder. Now, it should be noted that Keith and Jackson had an on and off abusive relationship by both parties, according to police reports. even once citing that Keith's first baby mom had a physical altercation with Jackson once before, who's now arrested for murder herself. Her name is Raven Thomas. Back in March of 2022, she killed the young mom who was identified as Tamaya Morton. May she rest in peace and love and condolences to her family. She was only 26 years old when she was killed Monday night. The mother of 3 children had ironically witnessed her shooting death, just like the situation we got on Easter. The deadly shooting happened just before 6 p.m. Monday in the 900 block of 46th Place North in the Tar Homes public housing community. When officers got on the scene, they found a white SUV had jumped the curb and crashed into a utility pole. Morton was unresponsive in the driver's seat and pronounced dead by Birmingham Fire and Rescue Service. She had been shot one time in the head. According to officers, the suspect was quickly located and taken into custody. Man. Raven Thompson, 24 years old, just like today, charged with capital murder and Morton slaying.
The mother of a young woman found shot to death near the Reverend Morel Todd public housing community.
Josh Gannon, studio with us tonight with how she's being remembered and her mother's message to the killer. Josh?
Yeah, Tamaya Morton had just moved back to Birmingham before she was shot and killed. Her mother is devastated and trying to hold the family together as they wait for justice.
She was just so beautiful and smart. She was very, very smart.
Lakeisha Carter telling us about her daughter, Tamaya Morton, who could light up a room with her smile.
She was just like a ray of sunshine. She was just a happy person. She just wanted to be happy and have fun.
That's why it's so hard for her to come to grips with what happened to her only daughter, who police say was found shot to death last week in the 900 block of 46th Place North. When officers got to the scene, they found a white SUV that crashed into a utility pole. Morton was found in the driver's seat with a gunshot wound. 24-year-old Raven Thompson was arrested shortly thereafter. She's facing a capital murder charge.
I'm devastated. That's the only way I can explain. I'm devastated, and I have no leniency. If it was up to me, I wouldn't have any leniency in this situation towards the person that committed this murder.
Morton leaves behind 3 young children who Carter says saw the shooting.
They have to get counseling because they witnessed this incident, and that by far is the worst element of this whole situation, is that they had to see this.
Carter is trying to stay strong for her family and has this message to the person who took her daughter's life.
I am a God-fearing person, so I can actually forgive her because I do realize that there was some type of chemical imbalance going on in this situation. However, I'm going to try to see that she is prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. There's no mercy there because this was a merciless killing.
Carter also lost a son at an early age. Now, in her daughter's case, she says the young generation needs to consider the consequences of their actions and asking them to put the guns down. Tamaya's family and friends have started a GoFundMe page for funeral expenses and to help out the children she left behind.
Now, fast forward 3 years later, the reason why we bring all this up, because Keith's second baby mother has did a similar thing to his first baby mother.
Yeah, man, I ain't gonna lie. He was choosing the wrong woman. That's facts. Because there ain't no way. You know what I'm saying? You got 2 women that's kind of, you know what I'm saying, similar. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just gotta watch who you know what I'm saying, who you get in a relationship with. You gotta watch who you get in a relationship with. And that's facts.
In front of her kids, but this time Keith's the victim. Now, it's a lot that's being left out. That's key to this story to let it make sense. But I'm here to bring it to you guys, fam. Now, it's important to know this, that Jackson is only there with her siblings and her kids. Her family lives in Virginia. Keith's family is from Birmingham, Alabama. And this past Easter, they hosted an event for the family at their home. They also celebrated their daughter's birthday, which was the following day. Jackson ended up inviting a co-worker to this party at her home. As mentioned, she worked for the government. Now, Jackson's home is on the 700 block of Lisa Lane. And earlier in the day, the police was called for the first time. Apparently, her co-worker hit one of Keith's family member cars, which led into an altercation with Jackson's co-worker and her baby father's family, where Jackson stepped in and police were called. Eventually, they had to be separated. Jackson would end up leaving. Hours would go by. Keith would text Jackson to get the kids' school clothes for the following day. But this time, Jackson had returned. And apparently, because she was outnumbered and having her kids, she brought a firearm for protection. But according to authorities, once she got inside the home, she discharged the firearm inside the home. Now, we're not quite sure why she did so, but she got up out of there shortly after, and thankfully, no one was hit. But shortly after, responding officers from all 4 of the city's precincts were warned of someone with a gun. But Fitzgerald said no shots were fired once police were on the scene. More than 25 police cars have responded. But shortly after, Birmingham's Fire and Rescue Service also responded to the neighborhood and also removed the trapped victim. He was pronounced deceased on the scene at 10:21, later identified as McKeese. May he rest in peace. And love and condolences to his family. Apparently, after the fight broke out, the mother had tried to get away with the kids in the vehicle, and she ended up running them over. And it wouldn't be till 48 hours after the incident where her mugshot would be released to the public and be formally charged with capital murder because the kids had witnessed it.
Investigating a tragedy in East Birmingham from Easter night, a father killed during a party. Officers say a woman intentionally drove into McKeese James Bostic. The information just disturbing as investigators say he was wedged between a vehicle and a home on Lisa Lane. Detectives believe some of his children were there.
Your reporter Taylor Pollock's been working for this story on information of the case, possible charges. Taylor live at 5 with what she's learned.
The family just absolutely devastated over the loss of Bostic, who, as you just said, was killed when the mother of his children pinned him between a house and a car. Those family members describing him to me as a man with a big heart, a provider who worked nonstop to provide for his children. A spokesperson for Jefferson County tells me Bostic had worked with them for almost 9 years, including as an officer for juvenile court. His aunts tell me he began working with the county as soon as he graduated high school. They say the last few hours have been an absolute nightmare for them and that they're trying to process how someone could do something so cruel.
She would do him so cruelly. It's so wrong. It's not fair. It's not right, but he's a good person. He's truly gonna be missed. You know, a long time ago they said there's a few good men left. He was one of them. He was gonna provide for his family, and he's gonna do the things that he needs to do for his family.
Birmingham police tell us they'll provide a name and a mugshot when that suspect is formally charged. A spokesperson for Jefferson County releasing the following statement to us, saying, quote, "This is obviously an extremely difficult time for his family, friends, and colleagues. We are praying for all involved." We'll continue to keep you updated as we learn more information in this absolutely awful story. Your reporter in Birmingham, Taylor Pollock, WBRC 6 News, on your side.
Now, of course, I showed you guys the picture and also let you know she's been charged with capital murder. Now, as we wrap up on this video, I want to start by saying rest in peace to every victim that we talked about in this video. Prayers to you guys' families. But all in all, I hope this serves as a powerful reminder for all of us. Life is unpredictable and often fragile. And sometimes, even in times of celebration, tragedy can still strike unexpectedly. But most importantly, we also honor the memory of a brave man who dedicated his life to protect others, who unfortunately lost his life by his girlfriend. Let's take a moment to cherish our family and life, fam. Appreciate the time we have together. And remember that none of this is promised. Let me know how you guys feel about this one in the comments.
Like I say, y'all, you know what I mean? This was sad, you know what I mean? It's like, man, he was providing for the family, you know what I'm saying? He was going to work, he was doing the right thing, you know what I'm saying? And then this happened. You know what I'm saying? You just got to watch who you get in a relationship with. Make sure y'all think before y'all do and put God first, y'all. And you know what I'm saying? Life can be gone in a snap of a finger, and that's facts. You know what I'm saying? But make sure you hit that like button, that subscribe button, y'all, and I'll catch y'all on the next video.